Right, okay. And welcome to Off the Stage. It's the show where we take musicians off the stage and into the music store.
That's what I was saying, into the HMV.
Yeah.
We're back, baby. Boom, bow. That's my rendition. This is our second HMV Live and Local. Completely different lineup. And today on our guest table, we have Paul Michael Gray.
There's a space inside my mind. It's like happiness it leaves. And all the things I do, it struggles coming back to me. Don't believe the hype, that everything's always green. The other side has flames, another deeper part of me. We'll see. Now I told you every time I need a minute, 2 or 3. You can't open up that can of worms that you be throwing back at me. And everything I need to open up my eyes, so just reach on in and help me realize. You made my life worth living for. Now I wasted all those years. Never knew the place I'd get to would be pushing back those fears. You can't see what's in my head. At least you try to fill a void instead.
How you doing, Paul? You alright?
Yes,
Don't know if you can hear that. There's a clap going through.
Oh, is there? Oh,
That's that whole thing. I had to apologise. When I was like, oh, is it Paul Michael? Yes. I was like, let's just Paul Michael. And I walked away and I seen the signs Paul Michael Gray. I was like,
that's alright, don't worry. No, it's fine.
It's my turn to mess up the names this time.
I was going to say
That's what it is. How do you think that went?
Yeah, alright, yeah. That's my first originals thing that I've done for 10 years or something.
Oh yeah?
So I don't really play original stuff, but I quite kind of enjoyed it. It was good. Yeah.
Which one was your favourite one that you performed today?
The second one, I just wrote it. I wrote it during lockdown, and then I've put another verse in it this week, and I really like it. So
yeah, it's cool.
I haven't even got a name for it or anything, and I've not finished it yet. But
that's the one James recorded.
Yeah.
Is that something you want to get back into then, like the original stuff?
Yeah, because I just thought I play, and it's my job. I do covers and stuff. I play but I just thought, why not?
It's something a bit different, isn't it? That's kind of what I was like. When I turned 30, I was like, I want to get, because I've only ever released one EP, and it was that was 10 years ago, and I was something I wanted to get back in why I'm doing this and stuff like that, because it does get you down a little bit when you're playing nothing but original songs, cover songs and stuff.
Does,
you need something else just to keep your energy, your vibe, and your passion for music.
Yeah,
my
definitely.
opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit sick of cover scenes.
Especially Irish songs.
They're all right.
There's only so many times you can sing Wonderwall without
I know, absolutely. That's it.
Obviously James has only recorded the second song, so if anybody's watching this, hopefully you caught the live that we did on the day on Instagram. What was the first song called? I really like that one.
Try. That was the second song I ever wrote.
Yeah,
Try. It was just about an open mic that I used to go to in Middlesbrough, where I'm from.
Oh yeah?
And that was it. Yeah.
I think I like that one.
Cool,
that was my favourite, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I said the guitar sounds really nice as well.
Yeah.
It's good guitar, that. I love a good Taylor.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. It's cheap. Cheap, but nice.
Yeah.
Cheap for a tailor, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta say, tailor and cheap don't usually go hand in hand.
So what we tend to do, we tend to ask a question from yourself to roll on to the next person.
Right.
Now, because you're the first person on our table today, we've asked HMV, i.e. Rich, who's the gaffer of this place.
Yeah.
And he's going to start the ball rolling. So, question from Rich at HMV is, when writing a track, do you feel it's important to put the title of it repeatedly in the lyrics so that people remember it?
No,
I'm not like that.
I don't know.
I kind of, when I'm writing songs, sometimes I do struggle for a title and I look for which words being used the most. I'm like, that would make sense. But then I like the obscure one where I'm like, this song is about this, so I'm going to call it something completely different. And it's like, bring something different to the table.
No, I mean, I do the same, but I don't think it's like necessary to do that. But then again, that song you like, Try, I do say that a lot.
Yeah, there you go.
If
you said try 50 times, you probably that song Try.
Well, let's say if you want to enjoy your song, you have to listen to it 7 times.
7 times.
That's the magic number. So if you want somebody to listen to your song 7 times, they'll become a big fan. The trick as a musician is getting them to listen to it 6 more times.
Yeah.
The first time, to be fair.
Strap them to a chair.
Just play it on repeat. I've got a new song called Horse Outside, and Rich now has Irish Dreams because he just puts it on repeat. I suppose it works with the song title. If you play it a certain amount of times, somebody go picking a bit.
Yeah.
The lyrics kind of stick with you. Yeah.
It works.
It does. Have you played any other HMV, or is it just?
No, it's first time.
Yeah.
First time, yeah. Like I said, I haven't done an originals thing for ages, and I haven't played outside of Teesside either, like original stuff. So.
Right. So yeah. It's quite branching out then, isn't it?
Try getting back into it, yeah. Because there's more happening up here than, like, no offence to people from Teesside, but yeah, there's nothing happening.
We've kickstarted that music scene.
Well, that's exactly. You know what? You could say the same about like a lot of places in the northeast, which is why we're trying to do this kind of thing. Just something just to build something up, create like a little bit of a community, and like get people involved, and
that's cool.
Absolutely. Just to quickly go back to the questions, can we get a question of yourself for the next act?
Totally put me on the spot.
That's what we like to do.
It can be any question. It doesn't have to be music related.
Who's your favourite Spice Girl? Sorry.
That's a good question.
That's a terrible
I keep changing my answer every single week.
Every single week? How long are you getting them questions?
Depends on my mood. I know.
It's great enough. For one weekend, I like Sporty Spice.
Yeah. I'm in a sporty mood too.
I don't know who's my favourite.
It's a bit random.
Ginger Spice was kind of, to be fair.
Yeah. I used to like Scary Spice.
I think she was scary.
But then I like Baby Spice. I've never liked Posh Spice.
Oh really?
I've never been a Posh Spice, but I just don't relate to her.
No, Baby Spice for me.
Yeah, Baby Spice.
Who knows? You might be able to marry David Beckham. You can relate to her pretty confident.
Yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a random question.
That's a great question though.
Yeah,
we'll add that into the next one. I didn't prep any questions for this.
No, well, we're kind of relying on the musicians to ask the questions. So
we've got that's Scott Kear's playing in the background. Yeah, Rich putting the volume up, I think.
I don't know. Someone's put the volume up anyway.
So with this gig being done, it's been your first originals in a while. Have you got anything in the pipeline? Are you looking at recording songs or looking at doing support slots, etc.?
Yeah, I am recording some songs, hopefully in the next couple of months. Just me doing everything apart from the drums. I've got a drummer doing it with me. Just like 3 songs to go towards an EP.
Yeah.
One of the songs from that set and some others that are a bit louder, sort of thing.
Yeah. So, where are you recording that? It's like a home studio, or is it?
It's a guy that I know from Teesside called Rich Doney. He's got a studio called Landscape Recording Studios. So I'm just gonna go in there. I've recorded stuff there before. I used to be in a band like 10 years ago or whatever.
Oh yeah?
It's like a grunge sort of band. A terrible name, Frozen Rope. I didn't come up with the name.
I like it.
Terrible name. But yeah, so we're just gonna record with him.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. So have you got any dates when you're getting that recorded, or is it
No, just sort of, we said next month, just looking for a date, so next month, maybe the month after.
Cool. Who knows, you can come back and promote your next EP.
I'm going to definitely work towards that, definitely. I've enjoyed it today, it's been good.
Yeah, it was a good opening act actually.
Yeah,
quite like that.
I really enjoyed it.
Cheers.
But thank you very much for coming down, Paul.
Yeah, no problem.
Just before you go, we need HMV are going to ask you to sign some autographs.
Oh god, right, okay.
There's 2 here, so I'm going to get you to sign them twice.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's got a little wall of fame he likes to put up.
Just anywhere?
Anywhere that you can see the signature, I think. Thank you guys for listening to the first part. I presume this is going to be one big podcast like last time.
Yes.
Yeah, we've not discussed it again as like last time.
Yeah.
And we're not that prepared, just like last time. So, same podcast, different day. Thank you very much for coming down. We're going to go watch, is it Sheo? Is that how it's pronounced?
Sheo, yeah.
Sheo next. I'm sure you'll see us speak to her in the weird flip round. We'll see you there. Cheers.
Thank you.
Hold on, last question. Should have asked this. Socials for people to follow you on.
Instagram, Paul Michael Gray Music. Same on Facebook, Paul Michael Gray Music. That's it, really.
Brilliant. I'm sure James, if you're watching this on YouTube or anything, James will probably put a clip underneath. Just going to put more work on for you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'll do something. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. We'll see you for the next act.
See you in a bit.
Cheers, lad.
This one's called Whiskey. As deep as the North Sea that my father used to sail on. You're deeper than you want me to believe. My house feels cold without your voice echoing roundabout, from Brooklyn to the shores of Hendon Beach. And I pour another whiskey, fix my tired eyes, and I see your face and I'm alive, and I grab another beer, feels like you're just here, and I feel like I'm alive. Distance feels so far away, but I swear I can see you anyway. It's as if I've never felt another thing. And I'm not sure about it, but I think you're gonna love it here. Your parents could come visit in the spring. And I pour another whiskey, fix my tired eyes, and I see your face and I'm alive, and I grab another beer, feels like you're just here, and I feel like I'm alive. And so before you go, you better grab me a Slim Jim. So before you leave, you've gotta write a short story about us. And I pour another whiskey, fix my tired eyes, and I see your face and I'm alive.
We're back, baby!
And welcome back, and we've got the fantastic Sheo, who you've just seen perform one of her songs there. How did that go for you?
Yeah, I think it went well. It's the first time I've ever played it, like, not in a bar.
Yeah,
so
it's a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird, especially like at this time as well. Like a morning gig is not fun, is it?
I mean, I got up early and I was fresh, had a little bit of practice, but like, it's strange not having like a beer and everyone just a little bit merry.
So I like to have a bit of a beer before I start, like just because it just relaxes you a little bit.
Yeah, you had a Fruity when you did your gig here.
Yeah, I was saying, last time again.
If I had got that memo, I would have brought a hit flask.
Yes.
But I thought I would have got kicked out before I started.
James was swearing in front of kids and everything.
Yeah, no, actually I was. I realised a lot of my songs have swear words in it, and I was like, oh, shit.
Did you not realise like halfway through the song go instead of swearing?
Yeah, well,
the magic was he did say miserable bastard without swearing.
I said,
I am a miserable person. And then he got to the end and went, I did it without swearing in front of any of these little shits.
Love it.
That's the way I roll. Anyway, this podcast is sponsored by Monster Energy. Get your thirst, refreshment and energy in a can, artificial, bottled up.
So what we're drinking?
Like myself.
So Sheo, what kind of inspirations kind of got you into music and songwriting?
I would just say kind of like local artists. I think I've always been in the Buskers scene. Obviously, I've probably been around here.
Tuesday nights down in the Borough, wasn't it? That was like...
It was the best. To be honest, I actually started down at the Smugglers.
Oh yeah, the Smugglers is the other one. Yeah,
Mick Ewing and everyone.
Oh yeah,
like just all of the legends, and it was just like I always thought it was a really good kind of community. I could even. There's not many places you can go out in a pub on your own and just be part of something.
Yeah.
I just think that's so special about like Buskers nights. So I would say like instead of artists like who are famous or whatever, just like local artists. I just think it's great. Yeah. That's why I do it.
I remember looking up to like local buskers, thinking that's really. I wish I could be as good as that.
For sure. Yeah. I'm exactly the same. Like there's so many good ones around.
Yeah,
I think,
I know that's it.
Like they're all kind of just happy doing what they're doing, and I hope I'm doing this like in my 70s. Like I hope that I see all like the older generation just go to Steels and stuff like that. Yeah, I just love it. Like if you've got nothing else to do, I'll just go to Buskers night. It's on every night, so it's great.
Yeah, long may it continue.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. We're doing a rollover questions, and we got a question from Paul just before, and he wants to know who's your favourite Spice Girl.
That's a really tough one. That was really in my era. Like Spice Girls was my thing. I collected like you used to get little postcards
stickers,
and stuff. Stickers, yeah. But I've had to say, I'm gonna have to say Sporty. So I'm a bit of like a tomboy myself, and I was like, oh god, she's so cool. Like she wear Adidas popper pants on TV.
Turns out she was the best singer as well.
She actually was, yeah. She released some really good solo songs as well.
Yeah,
so I would say Sporty Spice.
James is a posh girl.
No, I said anyone but posh, because that was the one I didn't relate to.
Oh, you can be posh sometimes.
He's fancy David Beckham.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah. Can we get a question to ask our next guest, Sophie?
Yeah, well that makes us feel better about my question, because I was like, it's not music related kind of, but
doesn't have to be.
Not that Spice Girls are not music related, but I would say maybe, what is your favourite like snack and drink combo? I'm all about getting the perfect snack with the right drink.
Because you've got to have the
like mini cheddars in a can of like Tennent's or something. Like is a cool combo. So what is the best snack and drink combo?
Is it the same as the best meal deal, or is this a different question?
No, it's a different question because it's like I would put like pickled onions and like a glass of bourbon whiskey. I don't know why.
There will be an episode where James drinks a pint of pickled onions. I just keep forgetting to buy the pickled onions every Tuesday.
I'll tune into that one.
Also, new challenge, if we get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, James is going to shave his head live on the podcast, so get them follows up.
I don't have time to get the hairdressers these days, so I'm just letting the hair grow, so we'll get subscribing.
I'm not going to do that.
Me neither. Mine's going naturally. What would you say your 2024 plans are for next year?
To be honest, I'm kind of like, I'm hitting mid-30s now, I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing and stuff. I would love to write another EP. I know like there's so much like work goes into it, and it's like so daunting at the thought, and it did take a lot out of us, even for like 4 songs on the last one, but it's coming up like 10 years ago that I did that, so I would love to do another one. I really want to record it myself as well, like just as a bit of a challenge, like a bit. I like playing about with sounds and everything like that. If I could do it all myself with like all of the instruments, I'll be really proud of it. So I think I'll probably try and do that next year.
Cool. Sounds like a good challenge.
That's something I want to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it's about 10 years since my last EP. I literally told the last guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
time goes by so quickly.
We'll have to do we'll have to try and release our EP in the same day and have like a
challenge.
I was thinking like
we do a challenge like an Ant versus Deck kind of thing, and like the winner gets.
I was thinking more Oasis versus Blur, but go on then.
Let's get some challenge. Like if you're going to sell your EP, you've got to get the best score on pinball and stuff like that. And
that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We should, because you know what? Because if I don't have something like that, I'll never get it done.
Yeah. I always planned during COVID. I was like, I'm going to be in the house all the time. I'm going to write loads of songs. I don't think I picked the guitar up. I was just like. Just something about, I think it's when you're kind of not expected to do it, you'll just do it. So I'm just going to let it go naturally and hopefully do it within like a year time frame. So
cool. Nice. Deal.
So if anybody was to find you on social media, what is the social tags?
Instagram's probably the best place. Sheo_music. I'm also on Spotify. I think you had the same problem as me. I ended up changing my name on Spotify to Sheo. Used to be just my full name. But I'm married now, so I wanted to kind of just keep it as my first name. So on Spotify, if you search Sheo, you can find us now, which is a good thing.
Excellent.
Are all the old tracks on that now? Is that all sorted?
Yeah, all 4 tracks are on there. Cool. I'm going to hopefully record the new song.
How did you do that? Did you just have to like delete the old one and make a new one and put them all on again?
No, I just submitted a change request.
Oh, so you did it the normal way?
I did it the normal way. I think you went the long way around about it.
Yeah, I think I did. I don't mind. Fun times.
Yeah. Mint, I think that kind of cuts us up for this. We're going to get to Sophie Davis next.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for chatting to us and for playing.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been really enjoyable.
I think I may have seen you play live maybe 2 or 3 times before this. In Skin, I feel like I knew all the words to that as well.
Oh, really?
It was like singing
that means
along.
it's done its job. Hopefully it's been catchy.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
No, thank you very much for coming down.
And we'll see you guys with the next. Yes.
You've got a wall of fame you need to sign. Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Twice over. I know Rich said sign 1, but you've given us 2, so we're signing 2.
Is it an luminous pen?
I think so. Yeah, I think you should.
A chalk pen.
Is that
just crazy enough?
A chalk pen?
A chalk pen.
Wow.
Rich, what defines a chalk pen? What is a chalk pen?
It's a pen made of chalk.
Should I put a little kiss on me?
Liquid chalk.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look at that.
What a world we live in. Right, great. Thank you very much. And yes, we'll see you with our next act.
So if we can live stream to the world and then you're amazed by liquid chalk.
Yes.
Excellent, just need to know that. Right, okay. We'll get the next act on and we'll see you in a bit. Notes.
Just press the buttons.
This one's called Dirty Lies. There was a flame inside of me that you chose to blow out. You got me wondering what that stuff was all about. Had me on strings, I called them off, but you still live in my head. Traumatic memories have me wishing I could drop down dead. But no, I'm the one who's in control now. Still, I feel like I am finding these dirty lies you're hiding. Hell, don't let them know. Just put on your mask and act for your show. Fake being real when really you don't know who that feels. I say, come on, you make me sick. You're a stupid, goddamn hypocrite. By your tongue thing, you're so slick. Waiting for your chance to take your free kick. When you're just a piece of, you're just a piece of. You make robotic love to me to get inside my head. You got me begging for love. You have a mechanic heart and some programmed emotions. What is real now that you're lacking devotion? Oh, and you never really loved me. You wish you could see right through me. Got me feeling like I can't breathe, no. No. I say, come on, you make me sick. You're a stupid, goddamn hypocrite. By your tongue, thing, you're so slick. Waiting for your chance to take your free kick. When you're just a piece of, you're just a piece of, oh no. You're just a piece of. You're just a piece of. Thank you very much.
And went back and we are joined by Sophie Davis. There we go. We get a clap and everything. That was really good. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
How did you find it? You like it?
Yeah, it was great.
Good stuff. So have you, how long have you been writing songs for then?
Probably for about, well, I've been doing it since I was 12, so about like around like 5-ish years now, but like sort of on and off because I keep getting writer's block.
Yeah, it's always a thing though, isn't it? It's like, but that. So what would you do? What do you do? Do you just record your songs on the phone? Because I find like it's the most inconvenient times when I get a song idea, and then it's usually when you don't have anything to record to. You've got to like
shower.
Yeah.
Well, I just like I go in my notes and I just write down what I want to write, but like in so much detail. I don't know why I don't just take a video of what I'm thinking, but I write it down with all the different things I want to do and like in full detail, and then like read it later and I'm like, what am I on about? Like, what am I talking about?
So who are your inspirations for songwriting?
At the moment, probably like artists like Melanie Martinez, like Mitski, people like that. Just like mainly Melanie Martinez, really, because I like how she like songwrites. Our lyrics are like about real world problems and real issues, and she likes to bring attention to stuff that other people probably wouldn't touch on, and I like that about her. So I sort of take inspiration from that in our songwriting.
Awesome. What's your favourite song you've written so far?
Probably Derealization. Yeah, which is sort of self-explanatory what it's about, to be fair.
Is that one of the ones you sang today?
Yeah.
I like the set. It was a good mixture of like just slow and upbeat, and
thank you.
It's rare you get both in a songwriter. It's only one or the other.
Yeah, that's it.
So we had Sheo on just before yourself, and they asked us a question to ask you. What is your favourite snack and drink combo?
It's a tough one. I'd say probably my favourite snack, but it's not available anymore, so I'm very upset about it. It's Walker's, I think it's Worcester sauce crisps. They're so nice.
God, yes. Why did they get rid of Worcester sauce crisps?
I don't know why they did it.
I was so distraught. I mean, I don't get distraught often.
I mean, you do.
I do, yeah.
You do.
It's just the little things.
Friday thing.
I get triggered by like Worcester sauce crisps no longer being available.
It's really,
they were
like,
lovely.
They were the nicest things ever. Like,
it's a shame.
And then probably a Pepsi Max. Like
that's a combo.
I love a Pepsi Max. Yeah.
A combo, good. That's Worcester sauce crisps with a Pepsi Max is a good.
Do you know what I like. I know it's not a meal deal thing, but you know the sweet chili Thai sensation crisps. Get them with an iron brew, and I normally eat the crisp to the point where it's stuck in my teeth. And I use the iron brew pop to kind of swirl it out. It's really fucking weird, but that's my kind of.
I like it.
Who needs to brush your teeth, right?
Exactly.
Have your minds about Worcester sauce crisps now?
I know. I start crying.
Worcester sauce.
I might have to just put some Worcester sauce on some ready salted crisps. Just to...
Can we do a special where you do an eating challenge?
Yeah, you should.
We had a while back where James was like, I just want to eat a jar of pickled onions, and I'm like, I think we can just do a little special for James.
The situation with that is my wife hates pickled onions. She hates the smell of them, but I love pickled onions, so I can't have pickled onions in the house when she's in the house. But she went to a hen do a few weeks ago, and every time she goes away I buy a huge jar of pickled onions. I just eat them.
I mean, it's a treat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like most of it.
Special.
You can't treat yourself.
Exactly.
So after you, we've got Tall Shaves are going to play. Have you got a question we can ask them? Doesn't have to be music related.
Yeah.
One we can bring through.
I think probably the one that like I'd ask. I kind of word my sentences. I'm really bad.
James is good at this.
I'd probably ask, what's the favourite song that they've wrote and what's it about? Like, why is it their favourite?
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool. What's your plans for 2024?
I'm looking to release an EP, like my debut EP. Sort of started working on it this year. I'm gonna hopefully self-produce it. So
really, awesome.
Yeah.
Have you had any like experience in doing that, like mixing and recording?
Not massively. I mean, I have in college. Like I'm in college at the moment.
Still more experience than me.
But yeah, we do it in college, like on Logic and stuff. So I'm sort of just looking to fully learn, teach myself.
So you know the basics, enough to kind of take off.
That will save you an absolute fortune.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I could buy a house with the songs I've recorded.
Yeah, you just sat there going to college to learn how to use Logic, and then you'd have the house already.
Yeah, it's cheaper to pay to go to college.
Yeah, then it is to actually
best years to learn stuff than it is to go in the studio.
Yes, if I was to kind of give myself advice at like 17, 18, I'd be like, learn music production like straight away, and just know even the basics and stuff like that, because you'll save yourself a hell of a lot of money.
Absolutely right.
And time.
Yeah, I tried to take it in like just music and GCSE, and I got told you'll never make anything out of music. So why don't you take French?
I know. Yeah, do something academic and do something academic that that you'll make money for. It's like I did psychology because it was an academic. It was like I think it was psychology.
I don't speak French, but I did 3 gigs yesterday.
But you let the funky music do the talking.
I've used that joke before. So looking at an EP next year, how many tracks are you planning to put on there?
Probably about 3, 4, maybe 5 if I'm feeling crazy. But probably
go wild.
Have you already written the 5? Or the 3, or the 4?
I've already I've got everything planned out. It's just in the making, if you know what I mean.
Sounds good. Look forward to that.
Thank you.
Would you put like a little release gig on to go with the?
I would definitely think about it.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I don't know.
And just a final one: if you could support any local artist, excluding us two, we'll take bias straight out of this.
Yeah.
Who would you want to support?
That's tough. I mean, last time I played here, I played before. Well, you'll all know her, India Arkin, and she was brilliant. Sort of. I wouldn't say not similar stuff to what I do, but female and plays guitar basically. So I'd love to support her.
Yeah.
She's really good. So
just a slight follow up. If you did a release gig, who would you want to support you?
I
know I'm putting you on the spot here.
I know, yeah.
Trying to make the time go through.
Don't want to upset any of my friends.
India Arkin.
Yeah, India Arkin, there we go.
That's safe there.
There we go.
So just before we go, so people can find you on socials, what is your social media tags? What can they get you?
My Instagram and Facebook are just Sophie Davis and then full stop and then music. And then on TikTok, I'm just Sophie Davis music without the full stop.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And Rich likes autographs from people. So you've got a chalk pen.
Thank you.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah, liquid chalk, honestly.
Liquid chalk.
Prepared.
We just want a couple of autographs. Thank you very much for playing and chatting to us, Sophie.
No problem.
We'll be... Cut me off all the time.
I realised you started speaking and I was too late. I already clicked.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back with Tall Shaves in just a moment. And
We'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
What's the fence line, kid?
It's been 10 long years since MySpace was about. I met a man online and I didn't have a doubt. He really touched me with his words. But London was a bit too far from my part of the world.
The year was 2006 and I quite liked your profile pics. I'd await your reply cause I adored all of your wits. Soon I'd ask you for a night, say would you be my Valentine? We're 4,000 miles apart, but I think we'll be just fine. And I followed the path that led to you. I followed the path made for two. I followed my heart, it put me in the right direction. She picked me up from the airport just outside of Beckton. I looked into her eyes and said, no, we can't be friends. You said I want you more than that, I want you till the end, till the end.
I went back to work on Monday, and this is what they said. We're flying you out to London for the next task ahead. So I packed my bags to leave and said bye to all my friends.
I'll be gone for a while, but I'll see you all again. We flew from Australia, it was so good to see you. Moved in for a year, then passed back over the equator. I applied for a visa so that we could be nearer. Computer screens and phone calls just don't sit there well with me, dear. And I followed the path that led to you. I followed the path made for two. I followed my heart, put me in the right direction. You picked me up from the airport just outside of Beckton. I I looked into your eyes and said, no, we can't be friends. You said I want you more than that, I want you till the end, till the end. Travel far and wide, immigration rules applied, but nothing will tear us apart. Now 10 years down the line, we're doing just fine. Rings on our fingers and journeys in our hearts, and a little girl just to top it all off.
I followed my heart, fit me in the right direction. He picked me up from the airport just outside of Beckton.
I looked into your eyes and said, no, we can't be friends. He said, I want you more than that, I want you till the end. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed my heart, it put me in the right direction. He picked me up from the airport just outside of Beckton. I looked into his eyes and said, no, we can't be friends. He said, I want you more than that, I want you till the end, till the end.
We are joined by Tall Shaves. Hello. Thank you very much for playing. That was awesome, man. Woohoo. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. That was a good set. I was saying to Kieran, I think I saw you, was it 6 years ago you did Think Tank?
Yeah.
Is that about right?
You saw that one downstairs, isn't it?
The first time I heard yous, and yous finished with Waking Me Up, and I felt like I was singing half the song. I was like, I recognise this as muscle memory in.
You could have helped us then, so we forgot the words.
Yeah. Who would you say your influences are when you were writing songs together?
So, do you know Self-Esteem at the minute?
Right.
She's taken over the world, isn't she? And she had a band before that called Slow Club.
Right.
And that was like a big influence in the first songwriting, wasn't it? Like the first EP kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We loved that first album, didn't we, that they did together. It was just very much like loads of it was really stripped back, and it was just like male-female vocal.
Just a guitar, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was just catchy songs like I kind of like the bare minimum that you needed, and we had the bare minimum, didn't we?
Yeah,
so we were like, oh, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah.
But we're really focused on kind of like finding stories and writing songs about those stories.
So are they always your own stories? As like if a friend's got a story, you make that into a song? Or?
Well, you found a story about the lady called Brianna, didn't you?
Yeah, that Brianna from Really a Song.
Yeah.
You might have to help me out with this story, like.
Yeah.
But I was like, trying to find something to write about. This is before we even think it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think we were rehearsing for a normal gig.
Yeah.
I was like, I wrote a bit of a song, to try it, and then that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But there was a story about a guy and a woman, right? They met on MySpace of all places. Yeah. Well, long before
Way
Tinder.
back then.
Yeah.
Back before Bebo.
When I was talking. And they ended up meeting each other online and talking to and from. And basically that song, all the lyrics basically recreate the story, like from mile to mile of where it all took place and stuff. It's quite nice actually.
So one of them was from the lady Brianna, she was from Aurelia in Canada, and then the guy Jamie, he lived in London, and then after we wrote the song, we put it out there, we were like, oh, we need to find them and like show them this song that is like their story.
My mum had a stalk.
Yeah, at least I found them.
It's surprisingly quick actually.
And then from talking to them, we actually found out this guy Jamie was actually like all his family are from Gateshead.
Right.
No way.
It's from Dunstan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From Dunstan, that's where we did our first gig.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely bonkers, wasn't it?
So it was quite a nice kind of like full circle thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Said they put us up if we go to Canada and do a gig, they'll put us up there.
No, that's lovely.
He's chasing up on that actually.
So how did you two become a duo?
I think we started doing cover gigs together.
Yeah, that was just in Filthies, wasn't it? I think one day it was like
Good old Filthies. What happened to
James?
Yeah, someone's dropped us in it. So
Sort of like just playing in the same bars, and then kind of ended up playing covers together. And then in that rehearsal, you were kind of like, oh, I've got a little bit of a song. Like, what do you think could come next to it? And we just sort of started writing together.
it all went downhill from there.
And now you're here. Now you're in a shop.
Yeah, not thank you.
So how do you guys write songs? Is it like one person will start it, or do you both have like
It's kind of bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we can lock ourselves in the room in about 20 minutes, we'll probably have something together. It's bonkers. I don't know, it just kind of comes together.
It's funny because there's been songs where kind of like you've come with a beginning or I've come up with a beginning and we've been like, well, we'll finish it off together.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll just be like, we'll meet for a coffee and we'll be like, oh, shall we find a story? And then from that story we've kind of just written something. So we've kind of the most recent thing that we've written probably is a song called Grace, and it's about Grace Darling, you know, and she saved all the people from, you know, when she was in the lighthouse, and just like taking a story like that and seeing how you can like music.
I like that though. Like it's rare to see like especially like local musicians writing just like actual stories. Like it's like because that's what songs are, and the short stories. So it's, rather than just personal experience and stuff, you're writing about actual like things. It's quite interesting.
I think we're right. We are very good storytellers. I think I'd say good, but we are storytellers. They are quite good.
Well, it sounds good anyway.
We're trying our best, but it is all about the story at the end of the day. Like I think like people are interested, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it is. It makes something. It gives you something. Songs a little bit of extra dimension than just your usual love story and stuff like that. You know, it's like.
I think
people can relate, can't they? They've heard of it as well.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can kind of like let go a bit more as well when it's not about you.
Yeah.
Like it can be like a bit more kind of compassionate in like what you put into it. I find anyway.
Don't want to reveal too much, do you?
But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing.
Really cool way of doing it. So what we're doing is we're getting a question from each act to ask the next one.
Okay.
Sophie was on before and she's asked, what's your favourite song that you've written and why?
What's your favourite?
Oh crap, no joke. I like People to Love. I think it's a really nice little mellow tune, and that diversity in the chorus as well. Well, the chorus like towards the end. Just that seventh chord, that harmony sounds lovely in there.
Yeah, I really enjoy playing that one because I think it kind of like it doesn't necessarily go where I expect it to. Like rather than just doing like two standard choruses, we kind of like break off into a little kind of vocal. I'm doing things with my hands here as if it's not.
So we have some visual aids.
It's
all good.
You know what I mean?
Some people will be watching on
like
YouTube.
There's a little sort of like a vocal kind of like we kind of go high and twiddle it down, like which is really fun to do together. But I think I really like I was saying, we've just written a song called Grace. And I like that one, I think, because again it's like you can like let go loads, like we're kind of like almost shout bits.
Yeah, we do give it some welly at the end, don't we?
Yeah, and it kind of it starts kind of like quiet and like a real kind of like there's a real storytelling element to it, and then by the end it's just like we're at a festival, like do you know what I mean? Like it's a kind of like a foot stomper by the end.
Did a secret garden party, didn't we? It went down quite well.
Yeah, that was really fun. It was really fun.
You told everyone that. What was doing? What song was it? Dance till the morning. And he was like, "This is when he's convinced Kieran to stay up for a drink." And everyone singing along, and that
was really good fun. It was a really nice festival. Have you ever been to Secret Garden Party?
In Cambridge?
No, I don't think I have.
It's really good fun. It's such like an arty festival. You know, when you look around, you're just like, this is like
cool
amazing.
vibe.
There's just like
more than a music festival kind of thing.
There's like loads of like lights and stuff, and then like this kind of like UV painting. So like when it goes dark, they all like light.
The whole place lights up. Like we had to go before then because we had to drive back.
I've seen the pictures.
I had to drive back. They just snoring in the front seat before.
I drove on the way, and I did plan to drive on the way back, but I just fell asleep.
Who's that?
Thanks for driving.
Before you woke up and went, you're right.
Yeah, well, like the Row Centre. But no, it's a really lovely festival, and people are just really warm and friendly. And we did a song called Dance to the Morning there. And it's kind of about when you're younger and you know like you'll be out until like you know the bars close, and then as you get older you're kind of like, oh well, I'm ready to go home now, and everything's like you're struggling to have a conversation because it's too loud and like all that kind of thing. And the bit in the middle kind of like speeds up. So my line is, have one more drink for me. And then Kieran will sing, can we go home please? So we try and get like when we've got a bit of a crowd, we try and get the crowd to convince Kieran to stay on the night out. So they all join in with the have one more drink for me, and then we kind of like we wanted to we kind of have it speed up kind of thing. So you're in a little bit of a dance. We're kind of trying to come on Eileen that kind of section. Yeah.
Minus the dungarees. Me and you wear them quite a lot.
Yeah, still wear the dungarees.
Prioritising comfort.
Sounded good as well. I know that's all that's played. We need a question from yourselves to ask the next guy, which is Anth Purdy. It doesn't have to be music related, but if you've got a question, we can ask him.
We used to say a serious question here, or not a serious question.
It doesn't have to be musical. It can just be any question.
Can he lick his elbow?
It's like that's a really open field.
Yeah, it gets us. Yeah, it's.
Maybe I was going to ask him a question that you've asked. Also, maybe that you'll ask that anyways, won't you? Have they got a favourite place to play?
Ooh, yeah, I like that one.
Favourite place to play? I'll let all
Did you have the one that you wanted?
No.
Favourite place to play?
I was just thinking of loads of daft things, so it's probably better than
So what's the plans for 2024?
We've got loads written, haven't we? We're going to try and record them ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you're quite the producer now, aren't you, Paige?
To get the theme of this one. Everybody's wanting to record the
It's cheaper.
I was going to say.
Well, that's it.
The studio fees are expensive. When you got Tall Sheo's live band, it's like 7-piece band.
Yeah.
It's so expensive. You're talking 2 or 3 days in the studio.
Yeah. It's a lot like.
And then when you got your mixing on top, you're talking about £1,500.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that back for 0.002 pence per play.
Yeah, that's it. That's very true.
But it's good to when you're doing it yourself, makes you learn. You've got to learn how to do it if you're gonna.
We did the first one ourselves anyway, didn't we? We did that Brianna, we did that ourselves. We started busking, we just managed to use the busking money to buy things. So I had a microphone, did all that. Yeah. Ended up funding it for us, didn't it?
But we've also got a gig or two coming up.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Which, you know the dates of these.
Do I?
Is it 20th? Is that the next one? 20th of October.
Do it, excuse me.
We're doing a gig with a guy called Chris Taverner. He's called,
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen him before.
No, but the name rings a bell.
So he does kind of comedy songs.
Right.
He's really funny. He's just a very charismatic person. You just won't know him straight away. So we're doing a gig with him in Colonel Porter's through the Secret Bookshelf.
Okay.
And is it on the?
No, it's not the download. Yeah, we can advertise.
But I mean, is it on the 20th of October?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I'm
pretty sure it's on the 20th
of October.
There you go. It is.
This year or
tickets online this year.
Yes, yeah. It could be quite in advance if it was next year.
Plug it nice and early. But tickets are on sale. You can get them on our Facebook page and stuff, or Instagram bio.
Awesome. Cool.
That'd be nice.
And just before we let you go, can you tell everybody what your social tags are, how they can find these online?
Just type in Tall Shapes, you'll find it all on there.
And be there.
Cool.
Thank you very much for coming down, guys.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
Enjoy the rest of your day. And
You too.
we'll be back with Anth.
Yep, we'll see you in a bit.
Thanks very much.
Oh, hang on. Is that working? No.
There it is.
I can't hear it. I'm just my fat fingers isn't there.
Let's go to down, protect the down.
And welcome back, and thank you very much for playing. That was really good. So is that how long have you How long have you been doing music for then? Because you're quite skilled at the guitar, I would say.
I've been about 45 years.
45 years, I like that. Yeah, that makes sense. So what sort of getting you into it? What kind of bands were you listening to?
When I first started playing, I was very much into rock, metal.
Aye.
My biggest influence in the early days was Michael Schenker. I'm still a big Schenker fan, in 4-5. But then I got music lessons maybe about 20 years ago and did all the music theory and everything, and I just got bored with the rock stuff, and I went into 40s, 50s, which is what the look is a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say it. You got like a cool little, image going on. It's quite like it is it's rockabilly in it, but it's with you've got a bit of rockabilly, but then you do have, I'd say, like the kind of. You see like the rock guitar influence as well.
That's very much what the last album and the new material is about. I personally can't hear the 50s influence of the new stuff, but everybody else seems to be. They're not the first ones that have said that. The Americans are calling it heavy surf.
Heavy surf, yes, that's it.
Yeah, okay, I got that.
But I can see the resemblance to Dick Dale on certain tracks. But I don't hear that any of the old influences in it, but everybody else is.
Yeah, I think you just never. I mean, even if you, because I always find like if I'll try and write a song that's like different from like what I've, because I was like massive on like Bob Dylan, like a lot of the folk stuff. I'll always try and write a song that has nothing to do with Bob Dylan, but everyone can always see that little. I don't think you ever lose that kind of like your original influence, what you got you in. You've always got that little, even if you mean to or not. It's just
I did go away from the rock stuff massively. I play in a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
No distortion anyway, no overdrive.
Twangy.
I got rid of all my overdrive pedals and everything, but now I bought everything again. And the rock stuff seemed to me is coming back to the fore of what I'm writing.
Yeah.
But I don't sit down to write a track in a particular style. It's whatever it comes out like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've got a lot of 30s, 40s, 50s influence stuff.
Yeah.
This is what I call the modern stuff.
Do you ever play with anyone else, like as a band, or is it always just you?
I play with a band called the Panthers, 50s rock and roll band, covers band.
Yeah. Do you ever do like originals with like a band as well?
The Panthers do one song that I wrote.
Right.
Cool Cat Jive.
Yeah.
Every rock and roll band I've been in has played that song. And it's always the first song that it makes me smile, because it's always the first song that gets everybody on the dance floor, and they've never heard it before.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Sign of a good sign as well.
Sign of a good sign.
Sign of a good sign.
But with the solo thing, when I record, it's a full band. It's just easier to do it solo when I'm doing gigs.
Yeah.
It's much easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
So what we've been doing, we've been getting a question from each act to ask the following. So, Tall Shaves have left a question for you to say, have you got a favourite place to play?
Los Angeles.
Yeah. Is there any bar specifically there?
Farmers Market.
Where?
Farmers Market.
Right.
Farmers Market.
Is that a bar or is that just a farmers market?
It's a market, but there's a bar in the middle of it. It's sort of open air, but it's partly covered in. I've played there about 5 or 6 times.
Right.
I've got a lot of good friends in Los Angeles, and I've done quite a few gigs around the Los Angeles area. But Farmers Market is my favourite of all the ones I've done.
Fantastic.
What's your do you bring all your gear across, or do you have like?
No, I just like there. No, I just.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
I'll take my pedal board. Not
It's overhead compartment. I was gonna say I wouldn't trust any kind of the luggage and stuff like that. I hear some horror stories of like pictures taken, the guitar snapped in half because like the luggage people have just like.
That's too valuable.
Absolutely. So just going on to the next person we have is the Gentleman Busker. Can you give us a question to ask them?
How long has he been playing, and who are his main influences? That always fascinates me when you ask people that.
Yeah, I love asking that question.
Especially when you get the response that you don't think you're going to get.
Yeah, because then when you say it, and then you think, oh yeah, actually I can like
somebody who looks like Rockabilly talking about Michael Schenker.
So what's the plans for 2024?
To be honest, I spent about a year recording the last album with a good friend of mine who's got his own studio. And I'm currently looking around trying to get some sort of deal, not necessarily a record deal or even a management deal, it's just some sort of deal, because I'm a videographer as well, so all the content I put out, I produce, I do everything myself, so I don't have to pay for anything, and I'm a graphic designer, so I do everything, but What I haven't got is the reach that a bigger company's got.
Yeah.
And that's what I need. And that's what is the stumbling block at the minute. I get so far up the hill and then it stops.
It's hard to
The extra push.
The gigs are not a problem. It's distribution, and I've got a good following in America because of Facebook. But the reach can only get so far.
Yeah.
And then you hit a brick wall, which is what keeps happening.
Well, just to increase your following, can you tell us where to find you on social media? What's the social
Very,
channels?
very easy to find. www.anthpurdy.com or put Anth Purdy into Google and everything comes up.
That makes
very
these
easy
things
to find.
SEO.
That's fantastic. But thank you very much for playing, Anth.
No,
It's been
thank you
great
very
chatting with you as well.
Cheers.
Thanks for the chat.
Yeah, we'll be back with Gentleman Busker.
Yep.
Can I just grab a quick, get one out, take a quick photo of me?
Of course, no, right. We'll see you in a bit.
Absolutely.
This song's called Apology. Things are taking their toll on me. I haven't heard one apology. 1 or 2, 3 or 4, or any less or any more. All I've ever done is try to be the best that I can be. Pick me up while I lay, point me in the other way, and I'll stand on my 2 feet. Fight the demons that are me, yeah, I'll fight the demons that are me, yeah, I'll fight. Things are taking their toll on me. Haven't heard one apology. 1 or 2, 3 or 4, or any less or any more. I've been written off before, and I've been knocked down to the floor. But I'll get back onto my feet, and I will fight those that I meet. This won't end in defeat. I won't take life with a pinch of salt when I could have cigars and single malt. Well, I won't take life with a pinch of salt when I could have cigars and single malt. Well, I won't take life with a pinch of salt when I could have cigars and single malt. When I could have, I'll follow things through to fruition, and I'll have success in my ambitions. I'll follow things through to fruition, and I'll have success in my ambitions. Not giving up so easily. I'm not giving up so easily. I'm not giving up so easily.
Welcome. So we got the Gentleman Busker.
Hello.
Where did the name Gentleman Busker come
That's
from?
my first question.
Oh, was it? So you ask it. You can ask it.
Where did the stage name come from there?
So like before playing guitar and stuff, I was more doing like drums and stuff in bands. And where I kind of started with my guitar playing was up my nights in busking.
Yeah.
I guess at the time I was really sort of into the folky sound of music and stuff. So like, a lot of people wearing like
waistcoats and that sort of stuff. So I was like, right, okay, I'll lean into that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
But it's always been like kind of folk punk sort of stuff anyway.
Thing is, it still works because, like, I mean, the Gentleman Busker, it's almost like an ironic name now because I mean, in a nice way, your songs aren't as gentlemanly as possible.
Yeah, I think it was kind of always an ironic thing to it anyway because you know, I'm writing punk stuff. So it's, you know.
No, it works like it.
The state of the world is pretty terrible, and I'm gonna shout about it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's like progressively with the name and also the look and like logos and stuff like that as well. It's gotten more and more towards the punk side and stuff. I mean, if you see, I was like,
I can see
I did used to have a waistcoat with just a waistcoat. Now I've put like covered patches and stuff.
That's good. That's cool. It's got what's that one? The heart and the.
Oh, it's just
love the world.
Just love the world.
Tell you what, because I had my torn apart by Lisa. That was
yes, you did.
But it was that, but it was torn in two. The love heart of the world. But yeah, anyway, it's just it's caught my eye. Caught my eyes. That's all.
I mean, because I've got a song as well that's called "Time to End the Hate." It's just all about like shouting at bigots and telling them to stop being bigoted and stuff. You know, 'cause we're all human beings at the end of the day, and everyone's made of like. Stuff.
I was going to ask, because I was watching your show there, your guitar's got stickers across as well. Is that also like band stickers, or is that something different?
Those stickers on that guitar, they are from a friend of a friend who's an artist. She just did she used to do like a whole bunch of like sticker packs and stuff. I think she's doing like tattooing and stuff now. I just really like the stickers, and I was like, alright, okay, well, they're going to go on this guitar, and that's going to be the only stickers on this one. I've got another guitar that's covered in all sorts of other stickers and stuff, and I've got one that's just completely blank.
That's cool. It's quite sentimental.
Yeah, it is. I know. It's cool.
I've got a sticker of myself on mine.
I love. It's just like, yes, I love myself.
Yeah, I've got a tattoo with me too.
I've got a tattoo with the single B side on my chest. So
awesome.
It's all worth it.
I've got a guitar with no strings.
So what we're doing, we're getting a question from the last act to ask you, and then we're going to get one for you to ask the next one.
Right.
So Anth Purdy has asked, how long have hold on. Yeah, no, that was how long have you been playing, and who are your main influences?
I think I've probably been playing at least like 10 years as the Gentleman Busker. A lot of that's probably been kind of finding my sound and stuff as well. But there's all sorts of influences. I mean, there's a few of them that are on this waistcoat as well, like Black Flag.
Not yet.
Bill Jam.
Next year I will be.
It's
sorry guys, got a fan.
That's all right. So like loads of stuff like from like Black Flag, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Frank Turner, Alkaline Trio, even like NWA and stuff like that. Because I mean, some of their songs, even though it's technically the genre is gangster rap, there's something inherently punk about that.
I mean, it is gangster rap. Is punk. It's real life experience. It's shouting out at the system.
And then it came out around the same time as like other sort of movements as well, with a similar sort of statements to say as well, but obviously in a very different way, and also other stuff as well.
That's cool. That's still with you. And just follow on the questions, have you got anything we can ask wrong since 81? Doesn't have to be music related, just any question.
What was he wrong about?
I like that. I like it.
What are you wrong about since 81?
Perfect. Any big plans for 2024?
Just kind of plodding along, like the lockdowns and stuff. I was trying to put a band together, so I'm probably going to try and pick that up again.
It's hard.
I've just mostly been doing like a lot of these HMV gigs. I've got one in Edinburgh on the 30th this month.
Brilliant. September, in case this is delayed.
I've got producer Kat on the job of editing stuff now, so she should be more efficient.
And then I'm doing like Darlington and Middlesbrough in the following months, and then
full tour.
Got a Edinburgh gig at Bannerman's on in January.
They keep turning me down because I'm not from Edinburgh.
Oh, you have to phone them. You have to phone them up in the Scottish accent.
No, not a great one.
Conor Michael.
And just before we let you go, can you let everybody know your social tags? We can get you a couple more follows.
It's just basically TG Busker on most of them, or the Gentleman Busker, or
Yeah, that sort of. They're pretty much the same across the board.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much for playing for us, guys.
Thank you very much for having me. And well, obviously for HMV for having me as well. And
we'll definitely get you back on a proper pod as well, rather than just a little short video.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, thank you for playing.
Look forward to it, guys.
And we'll see you on the next act.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a song called Slack Rabbit Gyms, and it's actually the first song I ever wrote. So if I can remember how it goes. Right, I hope you enjoy it. This is the voice from inside yourself. How do you do? Are you pleased to meet me? The way to gauge your personal wealth is what you do, now what you see. Plot your course away from here, or be forever dragged down with me. Alleviate your personal fears with cups of coffee and Christmas trees. I'll wait for you on the edge of today. You'll go without me into tomorrow. The way to gauge your personal wealth is what you own, now what you borrow. Plot your course away from here, or be forever dragged down with me. Alleviate your personal fears on sleep positions and groups of 3. Sinister shapes on your computer screen, Twitter political normalization. It stalks you in the daylight and it targets your dreams, and it carries a message from station to station. Plot your course away from here, or be forever dragged down with me. Facilitate being personally free of stress, depression, and wisdom teeth. Cheerful one. Find those who make the sunshine flow through you and through your mind's window. Find those who make the sunshine fly through you and through your mind's eye. Thank you very much.
Oh, I got it.
Yes. You did straight away. That's awesome.
So welcome.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, we've got you down as Wrong Since 81.
Yeah.
Can you tell our listeners and viewers who you actually are?
Yeah, so I'm Kieran Smith. I'm Kieran from Wrong Since 81. As horrible as it sounds, the singer in the band.
Yeah.
There are 3 other members of the band, Matty, Andy and Lee. It's quite hard for us to remember that, wasn't it? They're not listening. But so I do solo shows under the Wrong Since 81 name. We do shows as a duo, me and Matty as well, and then as a full piece. So it's quite fluid. It's probably more of a collective than a band, I would have said.
Yeah.
Again, as horrible as that sounds.
Did it start off as a band, or did it start off with like a pseudonym and then you've got a band afterwards?
It started off with me in January of this year.
Right, cool.
I dug a load of old notebooks out that I'd kind of put together during lockdown, and decided to put some music with them. Took them out to the Buskers nights, met Matty, that kind of thing. So it's just developed naturally from there. I played a few festival gigs this year, and quite a lot of people have said it would sound really good with a band behind you. So that's the way we've gone. And
awesome.
It's going
so when you're saying you're the singer in the band, do you also play guitar as you've just done? Like,
I do. So there's me. So we're quite big on the whole harmony thing. So I think, to be fair to Matty, there's two singers in the band. We definitely share that, and we share the guitar playing and then bass and drums as well. So I mean, there's a number that I don't sing, that I don't play guitar on, which is but sometimes you have to
step back. So what we've got at the minute, we're doing a question from each artist to the next one.
Yes.
And we normally just at the end, but this one kind of fits in. So the Gentleman Busker's question to you is, what were you wrong about?
Right, okay, so that's a really good one. I've been wrong about millions of things in my life, but the name comes from the fact that I'm called Kieran. It's Kieran with an O. There are many different ways to spell that, and growing up in mid-80s Wallsend, people have been spelling my name wrong since 1981. It's literally that wrong since 81.
That's awesome.
That
deserves a clap, that one. I love it.
Just while we're on the questions, can we get one off yourself for Jordan Langley next?
You can, yes. So this is. I was thinking about this. I've seen. I know Jordan to kind of say hello to and stuff from the kind of Buskers circuit in Newcastle, and I know that he's a very accomplished songwriter. So what I would ask Jordan is, what's the song that you wish you'd written?
Oh, that's a great one.
I love that. Absolutely.
I'll add that in. We'll get him asked that.
I wouldn't even know how to answer that one. I've got too many.
Oh, it's quite it's quite wide ranging, isn't it?
It's too many. I look at things. I wish. Yeah.
What a banger.
Barbie girl,
With that Blair and the convertible the other day. So what's the plan for 2024, either yourself or with the band?
So I think 2024 is definitely going to be more with the band. We've had a bit of not a rethink, but we were kind of rushing headlong into getting recording studios booked and things like that, because the material's all there, but we've decided that we're probably doing that because everybody else is releasing stuff, so we're just going to take that step back, get nice and tight as a band, and then try and focus on the live stuff. There might be some kind of singles come out, but we're just taking it very kind of easy at the moment, and just letting it happen naturally as possible.
Cool.
So gigs.
That's the way forward. Gigs make you tighter as a band.
Absolutely.
It works for work. And just before we move on, we'll try and get you guys a few follows. Can you tell our audience what the Insta tags, the Facebook tags, etc., how they find you?
Very, very simple, because it's quite an unusual name, but it's all just at Wrong Since 81.
That's what that's what I like.
If people want to check, we have got a website out as well. It's www.wrongsince81.com.
Brilliant. It sounds like it rhymes as well.
It does.
Wrong Since 81,
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for coming down, Kieran.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for having us.
Sorry, this is quite short. We do want to try and get the band on the proper podcast one day.
We will.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be back with Jordan Langley.
Cheers.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, it's called Only Time Will Tell. Only time will tell. Don't look back and don't you dwell. And I want you to do you. Spread your wings and fly. You turn left and I'll go right. So be well, my darling. How are you right now? now. Only time will tell. Don't look back and don't you dwell. And I want you to do you. Spread your wings and fly. You turn left and I'll go right. Just hope you're well, my darling. How are you? Right. Last night when I started to fall, learning as I go, but aren't we all? Watch the waves come in as they grew. Just wish I'd known when the news was due. Oh, spread your wings and fly. You turn left and I'll go right. Just hope you're well, my darling. How are you? Right now.
Oh, before we start, is that recording? Yeah, excellent.
He's doing his job.
Yeah, that's better. Saves me from mild panic attacks.
He's had 6 already this last 5 minutes. Welcome back to our off the stage special. Special. Our 8th guest today, John Langley. So thank you for playing in the HMV Newcastle store today.
Thanks very much.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
How did you find it? All right?
Yeah, good. If I'm getting more confidence in my own stuff, like all the songs I played today are my own. Some are quite recent and then some are a bit older, but yeah, no, I'm getting the swing of it. It's good fun. Been looking forward to it for a little while. So.
Oh, yeah. Have you done any other HMV stuff?
No,
I can't talk today.
No, it's the first. I do plenty of that. Tripping over my words, so don't worry about that. No, it's the first one I've done, but hope to do more in the future.
Yeah. I'm sure Rich can get you in touch with some connections.
Yeah,
I've only really been playing regularly this year, so I've met a lot of people.
Oh, cool.
Since like New Year, springtime, like just in the last few months.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just taken me this long just to meet people and kind of get myself out there.
That's
but I think it's getting the ball rolling. I think is tricky. There's difficult, but it's just to get going. Like, and now that I've got started, it's a lot easier. The first couple of open mics like Buskers I did like a year or year and a half ago, I was like absolutely petrified doing it, and you just build your confidence up early.
It's half the battle, just trying to find people to like network, is that you call it, but really we'll call it making friends, but the business terms network.
No, that's been one of the main, that's been one of the best things about it, is just meeting people, actually making like genuine friends. So it's been really cool just to meet a load of people who are into the same thing, even if the genres they're playing are slightly different. It's everyone's kind of got the same ambition to kind of share their own music or do covers, and it's really
how it all starts.
Enjoyed it.
And then after 6 years, you're running podcasts together.
Pretty much.
So we've been doing a thing where we're getting questions from each act onto the next one. And the question we received from Wrong Since 81 was, what's the song that you wished you'd written?
I mean, that is a loaded question. I wouldn't even know how to answer that one.
I couldn't tell you.
No.
I'd say one of the big like artists or bands that everyone will know that I kind of really love or take some inspiration from is The Police. So and I really like Message in a Bottle.
That's a good song.
And it's kind of when I listened to it when I was a kid, and you just kind of like, it's quite upbeat and you just makes you think of being on like a desert island somewhere, but like actually there's a lot of like deeper meaning into what they write about. It's kind of that mix between a positive sound and maybe not so positive or negative kind of expression of like a struggle or something like that. And I just think it's a great, just the riff as well is great as soon as it comes in. So
yeah, just instantly, innit?
Yeah, so I'd probably say that'd be quite a lot, but I'll go with that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I've got such a contrast in my first EP. I have a song called Message in the Bottle, and it is nowhere near upbeat. It's a very, very depressing song, as most of my album is. Go check them out. What we got playing at the minute? I don't know. I Can't Live Again. Yeah. We for the first like 6 acts we had Scott's album playing in the background.
Yeah.
And it's mixed very randomly because sometimes the volumes went up and down. And now he's chucked my songs on in the background. So our final guest we're going to have on is Chris Kelly, who's just sitting up behind you there.
Yeah.
Can we get a question from yourself? We can ask him.
Just think a little while about it. I was going to say if he had a dream artist or band to support and like a venue or town and city, what would be like?
What would be his dream?
What would be the mixture of like that? That would just be
dream support in and city. Dream support,
like dream, like someone he's looking up to now that you think if there was to open for them on like a big stage, what would that be? And where like a town or city or a venue that he really would love to play at one day?
I'd cry if I got a chance to do it for Ed Sheeran. Christ, I'd take Busted on Wednesday to be honest. Just want to support a gig. Trying to get in touch with the Clooney about doing Ryan McMullen's, but I'm just not getting any replies.
Nah, it's hard, isn't it?
I know.
That's one of the things I've learnt. You just got to keep passing people until you think you're being very annoying. You probably still haven't done enough.
Well, that's it. But look, if you're annoying, eventually they'll be like, "There's only one way to deal with them." Respond.
It's just to let him have
push the door open. What's your plans for 2024? So if you're just starting now, what are you going for next year?
Well, I'm just doing my own stuff at the moment. Like I guess it kind of goes under singer-songwriter because I'm writing my own stuff and I'm stood with the guitar. But like I'd love to form a band, sing and play with a band. Like either some mates or just meet people along the way. So I guess I came to that realisation that the best way to do is just get myself out there. So that's what I'd like to do. I'm getting into more of a routine of writing regularly and kind of gaining more confidence in that because I'm sure you'll both know if you've written your own stuff. Like it's always up and down how you feel about it. But I'm getting more and more positive feedback and just feeling more free to be really open. I think I want my stuff is just really honest. Really, it's maybe not the most obvious what I'm always talking about, but it's kind of like I write it all from mostly my own experience, really. But I'd love to just kind of adapt the sound a little bit and play with other musicians in the future and put a band together. So hopefully this time next year I'll be closer to doing that kind of thing.
One of the most realistic plans for next year. That's a good aim to go
so
for.
I'm not.
That's probably about right, especially for starting out.
Well, some people like completely misjudge what they can do in a year, and they don't think about what they can do in a decade because they think, it doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it takes years and years to kind of build stuff up, and it's like people get disheartened when you say, in a year I want to be here, and they're not there, but they've set themselves a target that's too unachievable.
So you get every year. And just finally, so that we can kind of build your following up, can you tell our viewers, listeners, where to find you? What's the social tags?
Well, I've got Facebook, but pretty much the majority of my stuff is just on Instagram, and I've just under Jordan Langley Music, like no spaces, no underscores. And then I've got like a link tree to a few other demos on my SoundCloud. But I'm hoping possibly towards the end of this month or next, I'm recording one of the tracks, I think the second one I played today, to put out on Spotify and Apple Music, and that would be like kind of my debut single or anything that I've like released properly on all the streaming platforms. But it's mainly Instagram. I'll put a few reels up there or links to stuff that I'm working on. So,
awesome. Cool. Well, thank you very much for playing and coming down. And,
thanks very much for having me.
Thanks.
Cheers, man.
And we look forward to the next one.
Absolutely.
Follow Jordan, and we'll be back with Chris.
Yep. Cheers in a bit.
Can I get you?
I sat down again and called my friends. I got lost again and back out in the woods. Third time lucky now, well, I'm trying to change. If she saw me now, well, what would we say? knees are weak, so what's left for us to say? I'm waiting on clouds to break. Oh, my heart is beat. My knees are weak, so what's left for us to say? Are you happy now? I'm back out on my own. I'll do better than I ever did before. 6 months through the year, well, it's time to move on. Clean myself back up, I won't do it again. I'm waiting on better days. Oh, my heart is beat, my knees are weak, so what's left for us to say? I'm waiting on clouds to break. Oh, my heart is beat, my knees are weak, so what's left for us to say? I'm waiting, I'm calling, I'm waiting, what's left for us to say? I'm waiting, I'm calling, I'm waiting, what's left for us to say? I'm waiting, I'm calling, I'm waiting, what's left for us to say? I'm waiting, I'm calling, I'm waiting, what's left for us to say? I'm waiting better days. Oh, my heart is beat, my knees are weak, so what's left for us to say? On clouds to break. Oh, my heart is beat, my knees are weak, so what's left for us to say? Thank you very much.
And welcome back for the final time. Thank you very much, Chris. How do you find that?
That was lovely. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
Hot, sweaty.
Yes,
but all
exactly.
good. Very
so,
nice.
for the audience, can you tell us who you are and kind of what your inspirations are to what got you into music?
So I'm Chris. And yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter from Northumberland. And it all started out for me really as guitar, and then I always wanted to sing. I always wanted to write songs, and after playing guitar for a good few years, because I started when I was just a kid, I finally started to write them, and it was a massive step up for me there, kind of like that's what music was all about for me. It was the writing, the songs, and sharing stories, and like I just love the fact that you can bring, that's loud.
I know.
The biggest like emotions, feelings, and like life events, and you can condense it down into 3 minutes. Like that
true,
to me is just so
Yeah.
satisfying. Yeah. Both writing it and listening to it. So I just love the songs and the stories.
I think I love stories, but I've got such a short attention span. So I think that's probably why I like songs.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Like you can get a story and you can listen to it, and it's interesting stories, and you only need like 3-4 minutes to. Actually,
yeah, and every line's like so full of stuff.
Thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you found today's live lounge, James?
How have I found it? I've really enjoyed it. I mean, some of the acts I obviously already knew, but it's always nice to listen. I always love listening to new music.
Yeah, man.
Us gigging, we don't really get much of a chance to actually listen to people live. These kind of events are great where you can just listen to like 10 people, 10 live acts.
That's a brilliant thing, man.
Been absolutely class like that.
So what we've been doing, every musician we've had on, we've had them ask a question for the next one.
Yeah.
So you get to answer the final question.
Okay, here we go.
This is from Jordan at Langley, and he says, if you had a dream, do you have a dream artist or band that you could support? Who is it, and where would the ideal venue be?
Oh. Well, my favourite band and my favourite songwriter is Brian Fallon from the Gaslight Anthem.
Oh yeah.
So I'd probably say, Gaslight Anthem, because they're back together now.
Okay.
Because they're from New Jersey, so I'd love to do it over there. The home of Gaslight and Bruce, obviously, Mr. Springsteen. So over there in America, I just want to play in America anyway. But yeah, Gaslight Anthem in New Jersey.
Awesome.
Good answer.
Just thinking, like, we don't have any more guests to ask. I don't know if you want to ask a question for us to answer. Make it fair.
Oh, love that.
With that.
Okay.
I'm just thinking.
Chucking us in the deep end.
Well,
I'm just got away with that, you know.
And me, to be fair, I thought I got away with having to think.
Well, I just want to equal rights.
He's in no rush here, James.
I'm in no rush.
James got a gig like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right, I've got one. We'll go quick. What's the worst gig you've ever been to? Yeah, worst.
I've got the answer to that. It's George Ezra at Newcastle University, and it was nothing to do with George.
Yeah.
Bless his cotton socks. He was
George.
He was really good. The problem was it was just as Budapest came out.
Yeah.
So it sold out, and he came out at a time where like most of the charts were filled with like pop and kind of like the stuff I didn't like, and that was like a new singer-songwriter. I was like quite bluesy. I'm like, quite fancy that. Man. But the people who were there, it was the audience, so they're all just like university students who paid no attention at all. They were just talking, or you couldn't hear George Ezra sing. Everyone was just talking over him. They weren't even looking at the stage. They were all just like chatting with each other until Budapest came on. And by the time Budapest came on, I was sick of my life. I was like, I didn't want to listen to it anymore. I was like, there's quite frankly the worst gig I've ever played. And it's not to do with you, George, just in case you watch the podcast.
We love you, George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mine.
I went to see Tori Amos last year, and as talented as she is, the sound to that venue was just, I don't know what she said.
It's a shame it's a shame. That's not the artist's fault, is it?
It was a sound. It was the first gig I've ever went to where I sat there with Scott and went, I'm an amateur musician, but I could do a better sound tech idea here. I don't know what's going on with this. And I'd never seen her live. Scott was like, I've seen her live a few times, and I couldn't tell you what she was singing. It was that bad. No one could kind of make out to it. She's fantastic. It's obviously the engineer came through. And sometimes you get that with venues, but exactly 365 days later, we went to the same venue in the same spot and went to see Damien Rice, and the sound was absolutely spot on.
Yeah, man.
So I'll put it down to the standards for that. But
definitely.
To me, I think that's the worst gig because I don't know what the fuck was going on.
Fair play.
So Chris, you got any plans for 2024?
I'm currently recording my second EP at the minute. I'm halfway through, 2 songs out of 4 done.
Good.
So it'll be releasing that in the spring next year.
Competition. That's my plan.
We'll work out diaries. We'll avoid the clashing. But yeah, that's ongoing. And then once that's out, there'll be another. So I'm doing a little tour in October this year, and then there'll be another one to follow in the next autumn as well after the EP's out.
Mint. Awesome. Cool. And just finally, can we get your socials so that our followers can follow you?
So it's Chris Kelly GTR on everything. So Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of them. And then you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music.
Brilliant. And we hope that gets kept on YouTube. There's a chance copyright's going to kick that straight out.
Happy
So I do
days.
apologise if that is the case.
The joys of working in the music shop.
Thank you for watching, guys. If you haven't already followed us, we are at Off the Stage UK. Big thank you to HMV Newcastle and just HMV in general for letting us do this. We're hoping to be back in the next 6 months to do it all again.
Yeah, big thanks to Rich for helping with
he did all right, I
the
suppose.
player camera and getting the meal deals in and stopping us from stressing out and having heart attacks. It's keeping me alive.
And then I guess we're done. Thanks for listening, guys. Support HMV, support Off the Stage, and we'll see you next time.
See you later. Thank you very much.
What's like